Good morning and thanks for joining us this midday. I'm Jessica Miles. It's not what anyone getting ready to head out for the holiday travel season wants to hear, at least right now. Severe weather, though, is causing some travel delays around the country. Roads have been covered with ice from Georgia to Maryland. Some areas of Pennsylvania are already digging out from under 20 inches of snow. And this storm could make Thanksgiving travel pretty dicey. Let's get right over to meteorologist Patrick Hammer for a first look at the forecast. And Patrick, folks heading out today here need to bundle up too.
Yeah, no kidding. We'll address the big gorilla in the room, if you will, and that is this big storm out here in the eastern part of the country. So far, luckily, delays are not huge. They're starting to accrue here in Atlanta, where so many, of course, Delta flights come and go, many of them leading here. So there are some delays here, but this is going to turn into a big rainmaker, it looks like, for the East Coast over the next day, day and a half, and that will undoubtedly cause some flight delays if you're heading in that direction. The rest of the country actually looks just fine. However, it is very, very cold. And you don't need me to tell you that. Head outside. Temperatures right now, actually, we've just gone up a few degrees. We're up to 21, but it is the wind. The wind has been howling, and it looks like it is going to stay rather breezy today. 20 to 21, we're going to kind of hold steady in that regime for a while, with elevated winds and falling wind chills, too. We'll talk about the forecast as we head into Thanksgiving and the weekend coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Patrick, thanks. This morning, the storm is beating down on the East Coast. Atlanta is one airport to watch for cancellations and delays. Our Catherine Johnson is monitoring flights at Minneapolis-St. Paul International. So what does it look like for you out there, Catherine?
Jessica, we've been watching the board all morning, and so far the only delay on the East Coast is Syracuse, New York. So the boards look pretty good coming out of Minneapolis. But you heard Patrick mention Atlanta, and this is why we care about Atlanta, and we're focusing on that city. Much like MSP, Atlanta is also a Delta hub, which means any delays or cancellations that we see down there will absolutely impact travelers here at home. We may not be bracing for snow this Thanksgiving, but employees and travelers at the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport are preparing for a storm of their own.
It is a production. As you see, we have 12 bags, I think.
Karen Frobaum is traveling to Hawaii with 4 young kids.
It is going to be her birthday there. She does turn 5.
So instead of leaving on Wednesday like most of the 25 million Americans flying for the Thanksgiving holiday, she's leaving early, and hopefully it helps. That massive storm now on the East Coast first knocked out travel in the Southwest and Texas. On Monday, the Dallas-Fort Worth airport canceled 300 flights, sparking a domino effect throughout the country as this storm moves north and east.
Trying to get home, pretty much. Just as long as I get home, I don't care. Once I'm home, all right. But
Ryan Zowerton, home is Connecticut, and he's connecting in Philadelphia. Add that to the list of East Coast cities like Washington, D.C., New York, and Atlanta, all of which are dealing with delays and cancellations as this storm moves through.
hopefully to have nice restaurants at the airport. I guess that's the best way to look at it.
As for the Frobaum family,
Aloha.
with a Hawaiian goodbye, they board the plane to their connection with fingers crossed, because no one wants to spend their 5th birthday waiting out a delay in an airport. And since travelers don't need one more thing to worry about this Thanksgiving, the TSA is expanding a program to try to make traveling a little easier this week. They're expanding the pre-check program here at MSP. It offers faster, more efficient screening for pre-approved travelers. That means at 3 separate checkpoints, now pre-approved passengers can go through to the gates without taking off their shoes. You can leave your belt on, keep your laptop in its case, even go through without having to dig out your liquids and gels every time.
You're not always guaranteed to get pre-checked when you show up at the airport, because we want to make sure that our process doesn't lose anything in the way of security, and that there is always going to be some sort of random aspect to it.
And that's right, it is flight by flight, and right now passengers are being selected at random, but hopefully by the end of the year, the TSA says that they may be able to allow people to apply for this program for an $85 fee. Live at MSP, Catherine Johnson, 5 Eyewitness News.
All right, Catherine, thank you. And before you head out for the holidays, head to KSTP.com. There we have got lots of extras that'll get you the most up-to-date information about the travel conditions, everything from road construction updates to highway traffic cameras that you can take a look at. There's even a way to track that East Coast storm and all of the flight delays because of it. It's all on our interactive web center at kstp.com. Well, we are following some breaking news right now this midday. Here is a live look from our traffic management camera at 394 in Plymouth Road. This is out in Minnetonka. You're looking at Macy's at Ridgedale Mall. Crews are responding there to a fire at the mall. The fire apparently started in a construction area. It's on the roof of an expansion area of the mall right there, but clearly you can see there are several fire trucks and a couple of ambulances out there as well, we know. Mall security says the Macy's women's store was evacuated, but the rest of the mall is still open for shoppers. They do not know of any injuries at this time, but we have a crew heading out there, and we're going to continue to monitor this live from this traffic management camera that you can see. Of course, this is Ridgedale Center Mall in Minnetonka. Busy time of year for them, for crews to be out there, people rather be out there shopping. You can see right now from the top of that store that appears to be smoke coming off of the top of the Macy's store right there. Crews are trying to get a handle on this. But again, the women's store has been evacuated. We don't know of any injuries at this time, but we're going to keep monitoring this story for you throughout this newscast. In other news this midday, somebody found a body in St. Paul this morning. It was discovered at about 3:30 near 4th Street and 8th Avenue. Police say when they got there, the man was already dead from an apparent gunshot wound. Officials don't have much to really go on right now. They're asking anyone with information to give them a call. A disturbing look now inside the mind of a mass murderer. New details about the Newtown School massacre gunman who took the lives of those 20 children and 6 school staffers last December in Connecticut. Our Brad Satin is live in the newsroom with more on the Newtown report. Brad.
Yeah, waiting a long time for it, Jess. This is it. It is a total of 44 pages answering some questions. It doesn't answer other questions. And based on what's being released, does appear to be sensitive to the families of the victims.
6-7 Sandy Hook School. Caller's indicating she thinks there's someone shooting in the building.
The report said the shooting rampage took just 11 minutes.
Shooters apparently still shooting.
But as to why the 20-year-old Adam Lanza targeted the school and then killed himself, the state prosecutor said his investigation does not establish a conclusive motive.
What's clear is that the culprit is Adam Lanza, and all those who wish to blame drugs or video games or lax gun laws or even Nancy Lanza are misplaced.
For the first time, officials released photos taken inside Lanza's home where he had first killed his mother, Nancy. His bedroom and computer room with their windows covered by black garbage bags, the signs of a loner. There was a shooting range target with holes in it, video games that authorities say he spent hours playing, an open gun safe with a teddy bear on top, and news clippings dating back to the 1890s that showed an obsession with mass murders, in particular the Columbine shootings.
His entire world was, I think, planning some event like this shooting.
Officials say Lanza communicated online with others interested in mass murders, but that he destroyed his hard drive before leaving on his deadly mission. Out of consideration for the families, other material from the investigation that might ordinarily be made public is still being withheld, including 911 calls and photos of the young victims. To the relief of Nicole Hockley, whose son Dylan was among those killed.
It's not in anybody's interest. It's not the way I want Dylan to be remembered.
Now, the investigation did find some warning signs here. When Lanza was in 5th grade, he wrote a book that included tales of children being slaughtered and a son shooting his mother in the head. In looking for a motive, investigators interviewed Lanza's family members, his father and brother, and they did cooperate fully. Live in the newsroom, Brad Satin, 5 Eyewitness News.
Very disturbing. A St. Paul man who killed his wife and dumped her body in the Mississippi River is beginning a long prison sentence now. 39-year-old Jeffrey Trevino was sentenced Monday to more than 27 years behind bars. His wife, Kira Steger, disappeared in February. Her parents and sister were in court to hear Trevino's sentence and say they were happy it was longer than state guidelines.
We are very grateful for that. Still doesn't seem like it's enough, but it is more than what we expected, and Jeffrey Trevino will remain in prison for a very long time.
Steger's sister and mom say they have been diagnosed with depression, anxiety, even post-traumatic stress disorder since Kira's death. The man who sexually assaulted a woman near the U of M campus after convincing her that he was a police officer may be a repeat offender. 13 hours before that attack, another woman was sexually assaulted in Fridley by a man matching his description. Right now, authorities are looking for a black man with a medium build in his mid-20s. They say he has a groomed chin strap style beard. The man drives a dark colored SUV with a computer monitor in its console. It is a disappearing act that any magician would be hard-pressed to repeat. Still ahead, the sinkhole that sucked down a huge pond and everything around it. Plus,
I wear my scars very proudly. I am a survivor, and they're my badges of honor.
How learning to fight like a girl could save your life. Up next, a local woman's story of survival, her tips to beat off an attacker, and why the best self-defense weapon isn't mace, pepper spray, or even a gun. Also coming up, from healthier meal options to lattes with your burgers, some of your favorite fast food restaurants are making some major changes.
We very quickly made the decision that we wanted to take back the brand, back to that heritage, back to the way it started.
Ahead, why that means lots of new food experiences for you, and some of those familiar things from the past that are disappearing.
Walk to End Hunger, Thanksgiving morning, Mall of America.
Steve Terry here for TSR Injury Law with a simple reminder to stay safe on the roads. But if despite your best efforts you still get hurt by a bad driver, I want you to give us a call right now at 612-TSR-TIME. That's 612-TSR-TIME.
Shopping malls, parties, family. Your car handles a lot during the holidays. That's why in Maaco, now through Black Friday, take up to 50% off any paint or collision repair service. Let us turn the car you drive back into the car you love. Maaco, America's Body Shop.
So with Chevy's Black Friday sale, the price you see is the price you pay.
Yep, best prices of the year.
Can't see. Honey? Brad.
Yeah?
What are you doing?
Visit ChevyDealOnline.com. Right now, get the best prices of the year on select models like this 2014 Chevy Malibu LS for under $20,000. That's a total value of over $3,100. Hurry, the Chevy Black Friday sale ends Monday, December 2nd.
Cancer is life-changing, and some cancers are harder to fight with traditional treatments. Now, there's an option. Introducing the only CyberKnife Center in the Twin Cities. This safe, painless radiation treatment targets tumors with superior accuracy, so you'll have fewer treatments, fewer side effects, and the power to change devastation to hope. CyberKnife at Health East St. Joseph's Hospital. Call to see if CyberKnife is right for you.
Come on, kids, we gotta go. Oh, now I gotta go. Oh, can you make that to go?
These days, nobody has time to get sick, but MinuteClinic makes it easy to get well. Our nurse practitioners can diagnose and write prescriptions for everything from strep throat to sinus infections with no appointment necessary, so you can feel better in no time.
You guys want to go to the park?
Yeah! MinuteClinic, the medical clinic in CVS Pharmacy. Now offering flu shots every day. No appointment necessary. Find a clinic near you at MinuteClinic.com.
Mills Fleet Farm wishes you and your family a happy Thanksgiving. At Mills Fleet Farm, Thanksgiving is about family, food, and football. Mills Fleet Farm is closed on Thanksgiving, so our employees and customers can spend the entire day celebrating with family and friends. Mills Fleet Farm was built on strong family values and traditions. The holiday shopping season can wait till Black Friday. Doors will reopen Friday at 6 a.m. for our big two-day sale at Mills Fleet Farm.
Shopping malls, parties, family. Your car handles a lot during the holidays. That's why in Maaco, now through Black Friday, take up to 50% off any paint or collision repair service. Let us turn the car you drive back into the car you love. Maaco, America's Body Shop.
Today on Twin Cities Live, find out about a few Black Friday deals that might not be on your list, but you should think about adding.
And to help you out, watch for your chance to win a $500 Target gift card. You don't want to miss a minute of Twin Cities Live. It's today at 3. We'll see you then.
Weather isn't the only thing that should be on travelers' minds this Thanksgiving holiday. So should your luggage. In fact, check out this video. A man in the baggage claim area walks off with a bag that isn't his. This is in Phoenix. Officers are doing some random security checks now, making sure that people prove the bag they're holding really is theirs. This surveillance video captures a TSA officer walking off with a laptop right there. In the last decade, more than 400 TSA officers have been fired from stealing from travelers. So what can you do? Well, experts say if there is something you absolutely cannot live without, just carry it on. And instead of carrying designer luggage, carry an older bag. And right when you get off the plane, get down to baggage claim. If something ends up missing in your bag or your baggage is lost, also don't hesitate to file a claim because some airlines only give you 4 hours to report something lost after your flight. Well, here is something you may not know. Your luggage is most likely to get lost if you check in too early or too late. So try to aim for an hour or maybe 90 minutes before your flight actually takes off. It's less likely your bag will get put aside. There's also something called Track Dot, which you can buy. It's a device you slip right into your luggage that tells you where your bags are. I always used to, pack a bag and then I'd pack, if you're going somewhere warm, pack the necessities like a suit.
Right.
Swimsuit, whatever. I can live with a swimsuit just in my carry-on, just a few things.
Just in case. Well, that makes sense to have like some kind of GPS deal.
I wonder how much it costs.
I know. And do you really want to know that your bags are in Puerto Rico?
Right, all those added fees that you're really not going to get it in your week's vacation.
Well, I'll tell you what, it is bone chilling. This morning I got up, it was like 31 degrees, no big deal. All of a sudden it was about 17. The temperatures plummeted this morning, and those winds were howling. The breeze is still with us, maybe not quite as gusty as it was this morning, but a frigid day nonetheless. It just makes you wonder how cold it would be if we had a snowpack on the ground, and we really don't, as we all know, and no real snow of significance in the future. We don't see anything brewing until possibly next week. So until then, we'll deal with the coldest day of this holiday period, if you will, with a gradual warming trend really beginning tomorrow. It's 21. There is a breeze to 18 and the wind chills at 6. And get ready for single-digit wind chills all day. Temperatures are going to hold steady right around 20, 19, 20, and then drop from there. The clouds that completely cleared this morning will fill back in at times, so we'll call it variably cloudy. But the sun that is out really won't offer much. It is going to be just as cold this afternoon as it is right now. Numbers in the upper teens to 20, 21 degrees or so. Statewide, it's cold up north. We don't have any sub-zero numbers except when you add in the winds. Still gusting to between 25 and 30 miles an hour. And that is bringing us wind chills in the order of a couple of degrees below zero up north to the single digits here locally. So anywhere you go in the state right now, single-digit wind chills are apparent, and you're going to feel them throughout the day today. So dress accordingly. It's going to be cold. There's a few clouds that'll be moving through from time to time, but generally a dry northerly flow from Canada, maybe a flurry or two. Of course, most of the snow out of this kind of weather pattern comes courtesy of lake effect, and there's certainly plenty of that in Michigan. The one good byproduct of this cold and a lack of snow is our area. Lakes are icing up in a hurry. Of course, we got a ways to go before you want to go out on the lakes, but this is the perfect weather pattern to get some of that thick ice. All right, we've got cloudy sky, or partly cloudy skies, I should say, that will hold through tonight. It'll be cold tonight. Tomorrow, a quieter day, less wind. No travel issues if you're heading out and about. There could be a little light snow that develops over northern, central, and eastern Minnesota tomorrow evening. It will not amount to much. Maybe just a little decorative snow out there, but generally quiet. And that will take us right through the weekend, in fact. Temperatures holding steady, again, around 20 or so. Those northwest winds continuing 15 to 30 miles an hour. And a relatively quiet forecast. We get into the mid-30s over the weekend. Northern Minnesota may get a little light snow on Saturday. Other than that, pretty quiet. It's next week when things get a lot more active potentially, and that's when we could see some snow. But between now and, let's say, Monday, pretty quiet out there.
That's
it's just windy today.
Yeah, it is very windy today.
Yeah.
All right, Patrick, thank you. Now to the government cracking down on a DNA testing company. The FDA says the Google-backed company has to stop selling at-home kits that claim to tell you if you're at risk of developing certain diseases. Now, through genetic testing, it's billed as a way to determine heritage and unearth potential genetic medical risks. The online genetic testing company, 23andMe, brought the formerly expensive procedure really to the masses with its $99 home saliva test. But the FDA says the company has not provided any medical scientific evidence behind their claims. So the agency is demanding 23andMe discontinue marketing those kits immediately. A spokesperson for 23andMe tells ABC they are committed to fully engaging with the FDA to address those concerns. Some beautiful holiday displays are back this year at St. Paul's Phelan Park. You can check out the light sculptures like these starting today, and they'll stay up through January 1st. The annual event is put on by volunteers from the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers and King of Kings Lutheran Church. It also raises money for local charities. This year's display features a special salute to the armed forces. Hoping to hop out and grab that turkey that'll get made into dinner this week? Well, ahead, why cooks may be finding some discounts on some turkeys as the holiday gets even closer.
Happy Honda Days.
From your local Honda dealer.
Happy Honda Days to you.
Celebrate the offers on every new Honda.
0.9 financing on 36 MPG Accords.
Voted 10 best 27 years in a row. And Honda wins most trusted, best overall, and best value brand again.
0.9 on a 5-star rated 36 MPG Accord.
Hurry, this season always ends too soon.
Happy Honda Days.
See your local Honda dealer.
Applying for Social Security disability? Get help. Call the law office of Robert Hoagland, the largest disability law firm in Minnesota. A Social Security attorney will meet with you in your home or at an office location near you. No fees unless we win.
Send your family over the rainbow with the Wizard of Oz. Click your heels and book your tickets now.
Celebrate the holidays with the Wizard of Oz at the Ordway, December 4th through the 29th. Order online at ordway.org.
Welcome to Rose Arbor and Wildflower Lodge, where retirement living creates an exciting lifestyle just for you. We make it easy for you to stay involved with familiar pastimes and explore new interests in a relaxed, friendly environment. Enjoy a spectacular independent lifestyle, along with peace of mind knowing both assisted living and memory care services are available should the need arise. Enjoy life the way you deserve at Rose Arbor and Wildflower Lodge.
It's Herberger's biggest after Thanksgiving sale. Stores open at 8 p.m. Thanksgiving night. Shop over 500 doorbusters and find gifts for everyone on your list. Perfect gifts for her. Great gifts for him. And everything for your home and more. The biggest after Thanksgiving sale with over 500 doorbusters. Shop in stores starting 8 p.m. Thanksgiving night or online all day Thanksgiving Day. Herberger's.
Save Plumbing. Repaired quickly, repaired correctly.
Bonfi offers a lifetime warranty on all recommended repairs performed.
Social Security benefits denied? Get help. Call the law office of Robert Hoagland, the largest disability law firm in Minnesota. A Social Security attorney will meet with you in your home or at an office location near you. No fees unless we win.
Tuesdays just got more interesting. Join me, Joe Schmidt, for Jared Allen Unplugged tonight at 6.
Well, here's a look at what's happening on Wall Street today. Stocks are up. The Dow is up 29 1/3 to 16,102. NASDAQ is up just about 18.5 to 4,013. The U.S. may be producing much more of the greenhouse gas methane than estimated. Teal Jennings has that and the problem of too many turkeys in the Bloomberg Ag and Energy report.
It's a turkey pileup. Farmers have raised more of them. At the same time, sales are slowing. And that left U.S. inventories of frozen turkeys early this fall at the highest in 4 years. So cooks may be finding discounts as the holiday gets closer. A nice break given that government numbers showed frozen turkey prices were actually the highest in more than 30 years. And did you know, according to the National Turkey Federation, almost 9 out of 10 turkeys people eat at their Thanksgiving meal is frozen, not fresh. Meantime, signs of more demand from meat packers for hogs. That has traders speculating supplies of the animals are shrinking, and had hog prices on the rise yesterday and early this morning.
The Bloomberg Business Report is brought to you by Vonage. Crazy generous.
Walls separate people, Jose. Just like the high rates that phone companies charge you when you call internationally. So we're breaking these borders down.
So people can call Mexico as much as they want.
Mexico!
India! Brazil! China!
Over 50 countries. Why not 60? Now you're just talking crazy. Crazy generous.
The U.S. may be putting a lot more methane into the atmosphere than thought. A study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Science says emissions of methane, which is a greenhouse gas, are probably 50% higher than current estimates. The study says the U.S. underestimates methane release from raising livestock. It's produced during their digestion as well as from producing oil and natural gas. Colorado, by the way, last week said it would become the first state to limit methane emissions from oil and gas production. At the CME Group in Chicago, I'm Teal Jennings with the Bloomberg Ag and Energy Report.
Coming up next, we'll get you the latest on that breaking news at the Macy's store in Ridgedale Mall in Minnetonka, where crews are trying to put out a fire there. They've been out there working for about an hour at that scene.
I wear my scars very proudly. I am a survivor, and they're my badges of honor.
How learning to fight like a girl could save your life. Next, a local woman's story of survival, her tips to beat off an attacker, and why the best self-defense weapon is not mace, pepper spray, or even a gun.
Right now, flights are looking pretty good coming out of MSP, but it's not necessarily getting off the ground. It's getting where you need to go. Coming up, how that East Coast storm is affecting travelers here at home.
I realized at that moment, these people really needed us. And I was going to make a difference right here in my community.
Be there for your community at NationalGuard.com.
Want quality carpet and a low price guarantee? Call Empire today. We won't be undersold. Plus, pay no interest for 1 year.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
National American University presents Be a full-time student 1 day a week, only 1 day or 1 night, even Saturday.
1 day, 1 night, Saturday's all right. Online's just fine. Nighttime, anytime. Get your degree. Set yourself free. National American University.
Be a full-time student 1 day a week at National American University.
Call 866-628-6387.
Disability Specialist, representing people with Social Security disability claims throughout Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, and the Eastern Dakotas. Over 20 years in business, our experienced representatives will come to your location for a free consultation. Our dedicated support staff is with you at every step, including all paperwork, collecting medical records, and contacting your physician. Over 15,000 successful claims. No recovery, no fee.
When Chef Tony Baker is in the kitchen, he never gets burned.
Thanks to my UV Glove Hot Surface Handler, now with non-slip silicone grips.
The UV Glove protects from heat up to 540 degrees.
And it's flame resistant. It really helps me hang on to slippery dishes. I use it with hot dinner plates, even ceramic bakeware. In my kitchen, I always make sure it's the UV Glove.
The UV Glove is available at Walgreens, CVS, Menards, and Target.
I guess you wonder where I've been. I searched to find the love within. I came back to let
There's a new beauty in town, the 2014 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport.
At White Bear Mitsubishi, buy a new Outlander Sport for only $15,995 or lease as low as $159 a month. Plus, you'll find Black Friday deals all month long at whitebearmitsu.com.
Want quality carpet and a low price guarantee? Call Empire today. We won't be undersold. Plus, pay no interest for 1 year.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. Mills Fleet Farm, your holiday gift headquarters since 1955.
We are tracking breaking news this midday. Fire crews are working to put out a fire at Macy's at Ridgedale Mall. You can see what's going on there this hour. This has been going on for the last hour. The fire apparently started in a construction area. It's on the roof of an expansion area right there at Macy's. Now, Macy's says its women's store was evacuated, but the men's and the home stores are still open for business. Macy's representatives in Chicago tell us they will assess the situation and let us know when that women's store will reopen. Mall security said the rest of the mall is open and they do not know of any injuries as of this hour. But again, this has been going on for an hour now. Started at about 10:30 this morning. This is a live picture out there right now. Our crews just got out there and you can see that there are fire trucks there. They've got one of those extension ladders up on the roof because that's where we understand this fire started. Again, you can see some scaffolding on the left-hand side of your screen. There's some construction work going on out there, and that's where we're told this fire may have started. But we're also being told that while people were evacuated from the women's store inside, they were also trying to protect the merchandise because, of course, we got a big holiday shopping event coming up here in just a couple of days. So the stores are certainly prepping for that. But again, this is the scene out there live at Ridgedale Center Mall in Minnetonka, where the Macy's store has been evacuated, the women's section anyway, because of a fire now this morning. We're going to continue to monitor this and we'll bring you the latest developments throughout the newscast and online at kstp.com. Well, it's not what anyone getting ready to head out for the holiday travel wants to hear right now. Severe weather is causing some travel delays really around the country. Roads have been covered with ice from Georgia all the way up to Maryland. And some areas of Pennsylvania are already digging out from under as much as 20 inches of snow. And this storm could make Thanksgiving travel pretty dicey. Our Catherine Johnson is monitoring flights out at Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport because a lot of people are going to be leaving today, tomorrow, and Thanksgiving too, Catherine.
Actually, I've been talking with airport employees all morning, and we're all surprised that there aren't more people here, but that's okay. You know, they'll be coming. We know that they'll be coming, where it's going to pick up later today. We've been watching that flight board all morning as well, and so far no major cancellations due to weather. However, it's not necessarily getting off the ground here at MSP. It's getting where you need to be, especially if you're connecting on the East Coast. 25 million Americans are flying this week. Now, that massive storm on the East Coast hasn't affected travelers here just yet, but we are bracing for impact. On Monday, 300 flights were canceled out of Dallas and Fort Worth, sparking a domino effect throughout the country as the storm moves north and east. Travelers leaving Minnesota say they have two concerns today. One is potential cancellations, and the other is getting their kids through any potential delays while they're sitting in the airport. And the TSA gave us a good tip, too. They say that on your way back, to help stay out of those lines and keep moving through those security checkpoints quickly, you're going to want to unpack and repack your bag. They say every year at Thanksgiving, they're amazed by how many hunting knives and hairspray bottles they find in people's bags through the security checkpoints. Live at MSP, Catherine Johnson, 5 Eyewitness News.
And before you head out for the holidays, head to kstp.com. There we have got lots of extras that'll get you the most up-to-date information about the travel conditions. Everything from road construction updates to highway traffic cameras. There's even a way to track that East Coast storm and all of the flight delays because of it. It's all on our interactive web center. Just go to kstp.com. Some pretty amazing images of a sinkhole coming into our newsroom this morning. Take a look at this. This is actually in Bosnia. There used to be a pond right there, but clearly it's gone. People in town there can't believe how everything from the fish to the trees to the pond itself were just sucked down into the earth. No one was hurt, but there is one house, as you can see there, that's sitting pretty close to the edge of the sinkhole there. She fought like a girl, and it saved her life. Angela Champagne Fromm was stabbed with a hunting knife in a parking lot. She doesn't like to think of herself as a victim, though, and she doesn't want you to become one either. That's why she's sharing her story of survival and the tips you need to fend off an attacker. Our Ellen Gallus has her story.
Right in the heart of downtown Minneapolis, right in the heart of broad daylight.
I was stabbed. I'm in the parking lot. I was stabbed. Someone was trying to mug me. Please help me.
A 911 call.
Please help me.
That cuts right to the heart.
Where are you?
Of every woman's fears.
I'm in the Market Plaza.
And her strengths.
I was just stabbed and blacking out. Hello?
I like to think I'm a tough girl.
Angela Champagne Fromm is the woman who made that call.
And what is great bodily harm under Minnesota law is you're at risk of death.
3 times a week.
Thursday, April 19th, 2012, it was a normal day.
She relives the most horrific day of her life for an audience of mothers, students, professionals whoever she can get to listen.
So I was digging in my purse, hitting my horn, screaming, kicking backwards, reaching back, grabbing his testicles.
She's not trying to scare them. She's trying to empower them.
And who in here could fight and survive? Everyone. Yes.
That day was April 19th, 2012, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Angela was leaving her job at a downtown law firm and was heading to her car at the parking ramp when suddenly
there was someone behind me and an object to my throat, and they had said, "We're going for a ride."
Her attacker was 48-year-old Robert John Myers. Surveillance photos from that day show he's dressed in a suit, carrying a briefcase. The perfect disguise, one that hardly hints at the fact he has a long rap sheet and was a convicted sexual predator. Myers had a knife, and they struggled. Angela says she fought like a girl, and it saved her life.
Scratched, screamed, bit, hit my horn, was trying to reason with him. I didn't have a gun. I didn't have a flashlight. I didn't have anything to fight him off with. He had a knife, and I had my hands. And my hands won.
Myers eventually backed off, but not before he stabbed Angela in the stomach. The 10-inch wound cut all the way through to her back muscles. The crime scene photos from that day show her blood splattered everywhere, from the steering wheel of her car to the toll booth at the parking ramp. As he left her in agony, he told her, "You're lucky you're a fighter." It's become her battle cry.
I'm lucky I'm a fighter. That's probably the best compliment that an attacker could give their victim. I was fighting like a girl, and it wasn't my time. There was a period in my recovery where I thought, this person is following me, this person is watching me, there's someone in my garage, there's someone in my bedroom, there's someone in my kitchen, there's someone in my cupboards, there's someone in my washing machine.
Women listening are visibly affected. Their jaws drop and their heads shake. Angela's story gets their attention. That's the point.
How many women know what happens to our hands when we're in the stress of a critical incident?
Enter Ann Yatch, a self-defense expert.
Your heart is racing.
And I continue fighting.
The two make the perfect team. She says every woman needs to know she can fight and she can win, just like Angela did.
You have to have some solution and some skill at the end so that people leave not feeling scared or nervous or fearful. All right, what's the first step?
Instead, she wants to give them some useful tips so they can leave feeling confident.
That's why we talk about it.
On this night, Ann gives a quick crash course that covers everything, from the best way to carry your keys in a parking lot.
Don't punch with your keys. Put them on your finger and use big X motions to get the person to get back.
To what to say to a potential attacker.
You're gonna say, "I'm armed," and you're gonna say, "The police are on their way."
Some of it's surprising. For instance, she tells her audience the most practical self-defense weapon isn't mace, pepper spray, or even a gun. It's a flashlight.
You can get something called a defensive flashlight, and it can do what no other weapon can. It's 25 times brighter than a normal flashlight like this one. And when you use it, it can blind your attacker, overwhelm their senses, and keep them up to 40 feet away.
You've heard of, deer in the headlights. Same thing with a human being.
It could never happen to me. Who thinks that? I did.
Most attacks are really about power. Angela says she never surrendered hers that day in the parking ramp. Her attitude was just as useful as her self-defense skills.
I want to inspire people. I want someone to look at me and say, because of you, I didn't give up.
And it's why she wants to share her story. Every time she tells it, she's changing the perception of what it truly means to fight like a girl.
I wear my scars very proudly. I am a survivor, and they're my badges of honor.
You have your hands, you have your mind. Even if you have nothing else, you can do something with those tools.
Ellen Gallus, 5 Eyewitness News.
Another takeaway here, Ann and Angela tell women they should imagine what would happen if they were attacked. What would they do? What would they say? And then practice it over and over so it builds muscle memory. If you'd like more information, we've got a link to Angela's website. Just go to kstp.com. From healthier meal options to lattes with your burgers, some of your favorite fast food restaurants are making some major changes.
We very quickly made the decision that we wanted to take back the brand, back to that heritage, back to the way it started.
Ahead, why that means lots of new food experiences for you, and some of those familiar things from the past are disappearing.
Stainless, white, and Black Friday savings at Warner's Stellian.
Save $380 on this Maytag laundry pair, just $3.99 each, or save $600 on this LG steam laundry pair, only $5.99 each, from Minnesota's appliance specialist, Warner Stellian.
Going back to school was not only a responsibility to myself, but a decision for my family, my career, and for my ability to contribute, providing the opportunity to ensure my children's memories, enrich their childhood, and ultimately influence their future. It's what my parents did for me and what I can pass on to them, sharing in the traditions of life.
Minnesota School of Business, a tradition in career education since 1877.
This is a medical alert for anyone with a metal hip implant. A multi-billion-dollar settlement has just been announced. Anyone with a metal hip implant may be entitled to a large cash award, but you must act now. Call the number you see here immediately. Call this number now. Metal hip implant symptoms include pain, swelling, clicking, popping, grinding, and additional surgeries. There's a small period of time to submit claims for a share of this multi-billion-dollar settlement. Call this number today if you have a metal hip implant. Call this number now.
Come on, kids, we gotta go. Oh, now I gotta go. Oh, can you make that to go?
These days, nobody has time to get sick, but MinuteClinic makes it easy to get well. Our nurse practitioners can diagnose and write prescriptions for everything from strep throat to sinus infections with no appointment necessary, so you can feel better in no time.
You guys wanna go to the park? Yeah!
MinuteClinic, the walk-in medical clinic in CVS Pharmacy, now offering a medically based weight loss program. Find a clinic near you at MinuteClinic.com.
Hi, I'm Joe Schmidt with the best gig in the world because everybody has a Devani's favorite.
My Devani's favorites are the drivers from Eastside. My Devani's favorite is the 3-cheese hoagie we deliver to Lauren.
What? No meatball hoagie for Kevin today?
My Devani's favorite is the Southwestern chicken hoagie. Nobody could make it like I could.
My Devani's favorite is Todd. We still make them just like Todd did.
Thanks to our customers and co-workers and our business partners. We've had a great year, and we're looking forward to next year.
What's your Devani's favorite? Come in and find out.
Life's journey can be filled with unexpected turns. Sometimes it can feel like you're all alone. Now there is a place for everyone to get a helping hand. Family Innovations. With therapy based in trust and understanding, Family Innovations counselors are committed to helping you through whatever challenge your family is experiencing. If you're facing a crisis and need the help of a professional caring team, please call us today. Family Innovations, providing direction for life.
Stainless, white, and Black Friday savings at Warner Stellian.
Save $200 on this Whirlpool stainless steel dishwasher, just $3.99 while they last. Choose professional installation from Minnesota's appliance specialist, Warner Stellian.
Fast food restaurants are struggling to keep up with their slightly more upscale competitors like Chipotle and Panera. So now a few big chains are hoping premium will get you excited and spending more of your money there. ABC's Tamon Bradley takes a look at fast food upscaling.
Hot chicken, hot chicken.
Two fast food giants have gone upscale. Popeyes has ditched its chicken and biscuits image, rebranding itself as a Louisiana kitchen. And at McDonald's, where now you can get a latte with your burger, the golden arches are finally gold.
Has a nice pizzazz to it.
For Mickey D's and Popeyes, there's big money at stake. This year alone, the National Restaurant Association forecasts fast food sales soaring to more than $188 billion. And Popeyes and McDonald's want their share. The renovated Popeyes are a nod to the restaurant's Louisiana roots.
We very quickly made the decision that we wanted to take back the brand, back to that heritage, back to the way it started, this Louisiana heritage.
You walk into a renovated McDonald's or Popeyes like this one, you notice the difference right away. The first thing you see are the spices. You also notice the stores are crisp and clean, the wall art nicer, the seats much more comfortable.
You can actually come in and feel like you're not cramped to sit down, you can relax and enjoy it.
Same is true at a reimagined Mec Cafe. McDonald's customers dine on leather seats with a big screen plasma TV.
This is your new look at McDonald's, a more modern, contemporary look.
The menu is still the same. Popeyes still has the red beans and rice. At McDonald's, also the same menu. You can still get the French fries. But both chains are trying to appear more health conscious. McDonald's has added calorie counts to menu boards and says it has reduced sodium by 12%. Popeyes boasts that it's added 23 menu items that are 350 calories or less. but it's not clear whether customers are going for the healthier choices. A number of familiar casual dining and fast food chains have started renovating and or re-imaging. Among them, California Pizza Kitchen, Wendy's, and Taco Bell. One big change at the Mech Cafe, the iconic Ronald McDonald is missing.
Are you ditching the clown?
What? Ronald is our favorite guy. We love Ronald.
I don't
McDonald.
see Ronald. I see the round table.
But you know what?
Lattes.
Ronald has a very heavy schedule.
Tamon Bradley, ABC News, Washington.
All right, around here today, it is pretty darn cold.
Yes. I can't imagine those milkshakes are selling like hotcakes out of McDonald's.
Probably the coffees are making people feel a little bit better today.
It is, man alive. It was windy this morning, you know, really gusty. It's still a little breezy out there, but not to the extent of what it was this morning, but still got 20, 25, almost 30-mile-an-hour winds. From our Buck Hill Skycam, you can see they're making snow. You can see those snow guns at the very bottom of your screen. And pretty much perfect conditions to be making snow. Still, November is going to go down as a fairly, snowless month. Outside of that snow we had in western Minnesota as the month began, there's been very little. November, usually on average, we get about 9 inches of snow for the month. But Novembers are, they're either like all or nothing. There's been plenty of Novembers that have had very little snow where we've still had a healthy snow year. So it's not a sign of things to come, per se. Temperature is really not moving. Partly cloudy skies now, maybe a few clouds building in as we head into the afternoon, hovering right around 20, and those breezes making it feel colder. It is, a few degrees either side of 20, 21. 21 in Minneapolis, 19 in Cambridge. Faribault's a little warmer at 25. 12 in Duluth, that is it. Alexandria, 17. And these are your wind gusts, so still getting wind gusts, 20 to 30 miles an hour, making it feel with these winds like this. Wind chills in the single digits. That'll get your attention this morning. And these wind chills remain throughout the afternoon. The wind relaxes a bit tonight, but staying cold. Can't rule out even a few flurries. We had clear skies this morning after it snowed a little bit this morning, and now a few more clouds may build in. This isn't, the gray here is not necessarily cloud cover. It's, sometimes the satellite this time of the year can sense cold versus warm, and those show up sometimes as enhanced colors, but the deeper whites here are some of the clouds that are rolling in this afternoon. Certainly plenty of clouds here, lots of rain moving out of Atlanta. That's good news, but D.C., Baltimore, and eventually New York is next. And interior snows. That's good. Luckily, this is not a big snowstorm for the East Coast, or there would be heaps of troubles. The snow will be inland, coastal rain with the big cities. Notice in your forecast, again, kind of in and out of clouds today, tonight. We're in the single digits. Tomorrow we'll thicken up the clouds a bit. Northern Minnesota may stir up a little bit of light snow later tomorrow, and to tomorrow night, maybe we get a flurry around here as well. That's tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, with a dry weather pattern Thursday through the weekend. Temperatures today, again, holding steady around 20. So dress accordingly with those low wind chills. Long-range forecast mild for the weekend with temperatures into the mid-30s. And there are signs of a more active weather pattern potentially next week. Next week, the first week of December, which is, historically, we usually get a pretty, in the last, 7, 8 years, the first half of December has featured a pretty good snow on almost all of those years. So we'll see if that pans out.
Yeah, all right. Thanks, Patrick. Okay. Well, the latest on that breaking news that we have been following all hour, a fire at Macy's at Ridgedale Center Mall. We'll be right back with more on that.
Brighten up your holidays and join us at Rice Park this Saturday as we light up the holiday tree. Also, help us start 5 Eyewitness News Season of Wishes that helps the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
It's holiday fun for everyone this Saturday at St. Paul's Rice Park, powered by Excel Energy.
You don't have to lift a finger to sell your house except to call Homevestors at 800-44-BUYER for a free, no-obligation consultation. We'll pay cash no matter what shape it's in. With Homevestors, selling your house doesn't have to be ugly. WeBuyUglyHouses.com.
An evening in front of the fire can be so relaxing, but dangerous creosote buildup can cause a chimney fire. Help protect your home with CSL, the Creosote Sweeping Log. It helps clean your chimney while it burns. Inside your chimney walls, there's a constant buildup of flammable tar and creosote. The active minerals in CSL will reduce those dangerous creosote deposits, making your next fires safer. It's so easy. Burn just once every 60 fires. CSL, the creosote sweeping log.
CSL is available at Menards, Blaine's Farm and Fleet, the Home Depot, and Walmart.
If your family has ever had the flu, you know it can be a real horror. When flu symptoms are this severe, you feel dreadful. This flu season, get each eligible member of your family vaccinated with FluMist Quadrivalent and fight the flu where it typically starts, in the nose. Just one gentle spray in each nostril helps protect you from the 4 strains of the flu included in the vaccine, turning your nose into a flu-fighting force. It's the only needle-free nasal spray vaccine for eligible kids and adults ages 2 through 49. It's not for people allergic to eggs, other vaccine ingredients, prior flu vaccines, or for children and teens taking aspirin or products with aspirin. Health conditions including Guillain-Barré syndrome, a weakened immune system, diabetes, pregnancy, heart, kidney, or lung disease may exclude you from getting it. Common side effects include runny or stuffy nose, sore throat, and fever. Ask your doctor or pharmacist if FluMist Quadrivalent is right for you or your family. And if it is, insist on the mist.
We get calls on a lot of cases, and we're always very happy to give a free consultation to anybody that's been involved in an accident, either over the telephone or in our office. There'll never be a charge for them to call and ask whatever questions they might have. There isn't such a thing as a small case when the injury involves you, and every person is given the same attention and the same concern, regardless of the injury that's involved. The earlier we're contacted, the earlier we can start working for them.
So with Chevy's Black Friday sale, the price you see is the price you pay.
Yep, best prices of the year.
I can't see.
Honey? Brad.
Yeah?
What are you doing?
Visit ChevyDealOnline.com. Right now, get the best prices of the year on select models like this 2014 Chevy Malibu LS for under $20,000. That's a total value of over $3,100. Hurry, the Chevy Black Friday sale ends Monday, December 2nd.
You don't have to paint 1 square inch to sell your house. Call Homevestors at 800-44-BUYER for a free, no-obligation consultation. We'll pay cash no matter how it looks. With Homevestors, selling your house doesn't have to be ugly. We buy uglyhouses.com.
Mills Fleet Farm, your holiday gift headquarters since 1955.
All right, tonight is the big finale of Dancing with the Stars Season 17. Corbin Bleu, Jack Osborne, and Amber Riley are the 3 stars left competing for that coveted Mirror Ball trophy. They all wowed the judges last night with their freestyle routines, and tonight you can see who is going to win, plus the return of the eliminated stars. Dancing with the Stars starts at 8 o'clock, and then 5 Eyewitness News at 10 will start right after that winner is crowned. All right, let's check in and see what's coming up today on Twin Cities Live. Chris Eggert, do you have a favorite?
No. But I did like Jack Osborne's pants right there. They're very nice. Well, coming up today, 3 o'clock on Twin Cities Live, how to plan the perfect Black Friday shopping outing. And one of you at home is going to get a $500 Target gift card. Watch today for your chance to win. And it's an event that won't happen again for 70,000 years, combining Thanksgiving and Hanukkah into Thanksgivika. How to plan for this once-in-a-thousand lifetimes event. That's all coming up today at 3 o'clock on Twin Cities Live.
Tonight, we specialize in strange occurrences.
Challenge the unknown.
I'm being haunted.
At 30,000 feet, and there's nowhere to run.
Plane's lost power. We're going down.
Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Watch an all-new episode tonight at 8/7 Central on ABC.
File bankruptcy with no money down. Over 20,000 clients have trusted Hoagland Law Offices. Ask about our $0 down payment plan. Call the offices of Robert Hoagland now for a free consultation at an office near you.
Hey, this is Jana from Becker Furniture World. Today I'm going to give you some designer tips on how to maximize your seating during the holiday season. These ottomans are great in other rooms, but today we're going to pull them up and use them for extra seating for guests, and the kids will love them.
The soil around your home is like a sponge. It absorbs water and expands when it's wet. It contracts when it's dry. For your foundation, these changes can be devastating, especially during very wet or very dry swings. Wall cracks, uneven floors, these are signs that a foundation problem is stealing value from your home. But there's a way to protect your investment. Call Innovative Basement Systems. We can make your foundation rock solid, no matter what the soil does. So don't wait for the problems to get worse. Call us today.
The Twin Cities' best Subaru deals are piling up at Luther White Bear Subaru. Take a look. It's the Subaru Share the Love event at White Bear Subaru. A new 2014 Subaru Outback for just $269 a month, or a new 2014 Subaru Legacy, $189 a month. Rather buy? Save with 0.9% financing on every new Outback and Legacy in stock. I'm Dan Mullen, and thanks for watching. It's the Subaru Share the Love event at White Bear Subaru.
It's a brand new day. I'm gonna make a stand.
American Laser Skincare introduces a breakthrough in laser hair removal. Gentle Max Pro works on all skin types with faster results and fewer visits by the laser skincare leader with 11 million treatments performed. Right now, buy one package, get one free. Call 877-8-LASER-0 today. American Laser Skincare. Love what's looking back at you.
Experience the joy of a Christmas carol at the Guthrie. Gather family and friends for this spectacular holiday tradition. Now through December 29th. Visit GuthrieTheater.org for tickets today.
Credit cards and medical bills too much? File bankruptcy with no money down. Over 20,000 clients have trusted Hoagland Law Offices. Call the law offices of Robert Hoagland for a free consultation at an office near you.
Mills Fleet Farm, your holiday gift headquarters since 1955.
An update to our breaking news now that we have been following all hour. Here is a live look from Chopper 5, which is over the scene of the Macy's store. This is at Ridgedale Center Mall in Minnetonka, where there was a fire about an hour and a half ago. Started around 10:30 this morning. You can see there's a ladder going up to the top of the Macy's, and clearly that there are firefighters walking around on top of that store. We were seeing smoke coming from the roof of that store not too long ago. It looks like not too much panic as of right now, but they are working, we know clearly, to still figure out where that fire started and make sure that everything is put out. We want to show you some video from traffic management cameras from about an hour ago. Fire crews are working to put out that fire there at Macy's. The fire started in a construction area. It's on the roof of the expansion area there. Macy's says its women's store was evacuated, but the men's and the home stores are still open for business. Now here's a look from the scene. Our crews who are out there on the ground. Macy's representatives in Chicago said they will assess that situation and let us know when the women's store will reopen today, if it will reopen today. Mall security said the rest of the mall is open, not impacted, and they don't know of any injuries as of right now. We're going to take a listen to what the Minnetonka fire chief told us just a short time ago about this fire. Actually, we're going to hear more on that coming up throughout the day on our 4:30 newscast. And of course, we'll follow this throughout the day online as well at kstp.com. So keep looking for updates there.
Yeah,
little hectic right before the busy shopping.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the firefighters were scrambling, so maybe that's a good sign.
Probably good news out there, yeah. All right, cold day, right?
Cold, yeah. What you see now is what you got all day.
All right, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.